Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm glad that you found us here on YouTube and have joined our tribe. Before I get started with today's talk, I just want to thank Erin A and Jessica M for donating to this channel. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. And it just makes me get into like the Christmas spirit more when I saw that this morning. So thank you. Today I want to talk about the thing, especially around the holidays, gets very upsetting to all of us, and that's the new supply. And why we almost get obsessed over why them, what happened, and especially if those of you out there are still in the beginning stages of a breakup, or have just been discarded, or have just left them. It really doesn't matter. If you're in the beginning stages right after your relationship with a narcissist, there's really nothing else like it. And one of the things that makes it worse than any other breakup is the fact that they got a new supply, a new girlfriend or boyfriend right away. And not only did they get a new supply right away, they're perfectly duplicating the relationship with the new supply that they had with you, and then a little bit more. And the reason for this is because they know the love bombing works, and that's what they're doing. And they also get a little bit better with each time they duplicate the relationship. So the relationship that you had with your narcissist is a duplicate of the one they had previously, and then they're going to test out a few things on you and see if it works, and if they get better feedback from it, and they're going to add to their repertoire of things that they can do during the love bombing to make it more intense and to rope you in even quicker. So the person that they date after you and begin the love bombing, they're going to do everything that they took from your relationship love bombing, the previous relationship bombing, and so on, and then go forward with it and duplicate it perfectly and keep adding to the arsenal and tactics that they discover and create to make the relationship so intense. And that's why usually with the relationships that narcissists fall into over and over again, they get better and better at it, and it gets faster and faster. So if you got married or moved in together, or cemented your relationship, made it official in the matter of 6 months type thing, well, it's going to be like 4 months for the supply after. And this is something you don't ever hear about, I don't think, a lot, is the fact that it wasn't normal for someone to go out and fall in love and be with someone exactly the same way they were with you, with someone else. That's not normal. And that's what makes the breakup or a relationship with a narcissist so much more painful. And it makes it hard to get over. And that's what a lot of you have come here for, because you want answers for why this happened. Other relationships, you go through a normal breakup. They're single for a while. Yeah, they might have a fling, usually, the rebound. And then you watch them break up and they're single again. Like, these are normal processes in relationships. And the reason why we are so upset and are, do that whole, literally on the floor in a fetal position crying, because I know I was, and was because it was a mirror image. His new relationship with this new woman was a mirror image of the one that I had. Every moment to moment, timing to timing, whether it would be dinners out, trips, out of town trips, moving in together. It was sickening to have to witness it, because we were going through a divorce at the time and still had to be in contact. And being the narcissist that he was, everything got posted on social media, and we were both very prominent on YouTube and And that's one of the reasons why I keep this channel anonymous, kind of to protect myself a little bit. But it was different. It was nothing like any other breakup I had been with, and I did not know of anyone else that went through a breakup like that, where, you know, you're not only getting over the fact that, you know, a major part of your life is gone, but the devastation of seeing what you once had instantly go to someone else. So you want to be jealous, you know, or you can't help these emotions and be jealous of the new supply getting what you once had and just feeling that empty gap. But guys, I really want you to remember something. I need you to stop yourself from getting in this whirlwind of depression and emotion, because it can be, you can get stuck in it. Because I want you to remember right now that this new supply is going to get and go through a breakup worse than yours, because they're going to leave the new supply for a new one. They're going to go through the exact same process. It doesn't end. And it doesn't matter if they're with the new supply for, you know, 1 year, 5 years, or 10 years. It's almost like the longer that new supply is going to be with the narcissist, the worse that they have with it. If they end up having kids with this narcissist, think about, you know, the devastation that they're going to go through with that as well. I mean, so just stop yourself from getting stuck in a grief state because of the devastation, loss, and the pain that you're having to witness. So I want you to stop yourselves, and please just remember that you are in the process of healing, and every day it's going to get better and better. But every day that new supply is with the narcissist, she's going to be, or he's going to be in it worse and worse the longer it goes. And it's just like everything that happened with you and the narcissist, all those memories are making you sad and upset, and everything that you went through. Well, the new supply is going to go through that as well, and a little bit more, just the way they love bombed you and them the same way, but with the new supply it was a little bit more. So it's going to be actually a little bit more hurtful to them than it was for you, and you experienced more hurt probably than the relationship that he had before you. This is the cycle, and you are just one you're just one piece in this long chain, you know, of broken relationship and broken hearts that a narcissist will leave behind. And we get a little bit fixated on our pain and what they did to us, and, you know, and who can blame us? We're the only ones that really understand what it was like to be love bombed. You know, we didn't fall in love with someone, and they didn't fall in love. We got love bombed. And it's hard to explain to people why that's bad. It's bad because of, look at what happened when we got discarded, or they love bombed us just so they can treat us badly afterwards and manipulate us. And we saw the ugliness that can come with the relationship after the love bombing. And you know, I've tried to explain this to people that have never been through it, and they think that I should be grateful when I try to explain it to them. And I'm like, okay, that's why I pretty much have to stop talking to people about, you know, what it's like to be with a narcissist, because they don't understand. That's why I started this channel. And I'll tell you this, my family sure doesn't want to hear me talking about him anymore. I can't. They're exhausted because I was always in constant searching to understand what happened to me and why it was so bad. So all of you guys out there, it gets better the more distance and time that goes by, but it also gets better when you understand that what we're going through is only normal in a narcissistic relationship. And don't look at the duplicated relationship that they had after you. Right? It's a planned attack for the new supply to duplicate everything that you went through with them. Right? And so you have to just look away and work on yourself. Don't give them any more of your energy. Even if it's indirectly, like contacting them, if you're energetically still looking at them and thinking about what he's doing with the new supplier, what she's doing, and if it was the same, and getting more upset about it, even though you're not contacting them and in any kind of relationship with them anymore, you're still giving them energy from yourself, because you're losing energy from yourself, putting it towards them or him or her instead of yourself. You're losing energy. So you have to focus that on yourself. That's what I learned. And unfortunately, it took me a really long time to learn that. And I'm hoping I can save some of you from, a year's worth of draining energy towards looking and seeing the new relationship that he had with someone else that I still wanted. And it absolutely drained me further. And it wasn't until I cut off that supply to him energetically was I starting to properly heal. So, and I'm going to stop this before I start crying. But again, I want to thank everyone who donated. You guys are amazing. And I'm so glad that you guys all found us here on YouTube and have joined our tribe of survivors, Post Narcissist.